guys, it's Nassim here. Now before I start the video, I have one statement to make. The Apple Watch Ultra is the best smartwatch to ever be created, and let me tell you why. Now the Apple Watch Ultra is one smartwatch that I can say gave me no problems whatsoever, and as a tech reviewer, I was extremely bored when reviewing it because its flaws were so minor that they were pretty much just nitpicks to a degree. The Apple Watch Ultra has an amazing software that makes navigating through workouts, trackers, apps, and notifications very easy. It has an amazing battery life that is still able to last me more than 3 days with no problem. It has amazing durability that can withstand anything that you throw at it, and it has a massive screen that overall enhances the visual experience. And even though there are many great things about the Apple Watch Ultra, it's not perfect and has given me some minor problems along the way. I wanted the software to be a little bit smoother than the regular Series 8. The watch can be too big at times, which makes it very uncomfortable when I'm trying to track my sleep, and I wish the price was shot down to about $500 because I don't see why it's priced so heavy. But believe it or not, I do believe that there are many people who will like the Apple Watch Ultra, and hopefully this video will help you decide whether or not it's right for you. Now the Apple Watch Ultra has a 49mm display that was easily my favorite thing that I loved about the watch. There were many times where someone would send me a picture and I wouldn't even have to look at my phone because I could see everything on my watch. Apple also decided to make the watch much more bulky. When I first bought it, I thought I was going to hate it, but over time, I really do think it looks nice. It wasn't too big on my wrist, and its bulkiness made the buttons easier to access. Now, something that I really liked about the display was the fact that it handled fingerprints very well. No matter how much I touched the screen, my fingerprints never took over the screen, even when my hands weren't the cleanest. Now, the last thing that I liked about the display was the responsiveness. Like whenever I was scrolling through the OS, I got quicker responsiveness, but it wasn't much different from the Series 8, and everything felt sleek, and I loved all the little animations within the display. Now, even after 3 months of use, I was still able to last over 3 days with my Apple Watch Ultra, even before having to charge it, which really comes in handy since I am a little bit lazy when it comes to charging accessories. And I was amazed how it could track my sleep and still be able to last that long since it's doing a lot of work when it's not on. But if I'm being honest, the Series 8 wasn't that far off because I also did sleep tracking with that and was able to last close to 2 days. But one thing that I will say is that if you do get the Ultra, the biggest benefit of the battery is that you won't have to stress charging it often, which makes it really hard to use any other smartwatch. Now there are times where I will forget to charge it or accidentally fall asleep with it on, but with the Ultra, I have that extra breathing room and can afford forgetting to charge it without having to worry as much. Also, my 3-day period was based on the fact that I went the extra mile and used extra functions. So if you're someone who isn't going to go to bed or use sleep tracking or any of the extra features, the battery will last even longer. And now when it comes to charging, I will usually charge my watch when I'm in the shower or getting ready, so it will take me a little over an hour to charge to 100%. Now the watch band on the Ultra was very comfortable if I'm being honest. The material made it feel much more durable, and you can really tell that it's built for extreme activities. Now the only problem that I had with the band that I got was the lack of colors. Now don't get me wrong, I love the vibrancy colors, but whenever I'm wearing a smartwatch, I do prefer black like a lot of other people would. And it was also very easy to put on, but sometimes the watch was so big that it would get in the way and I would have to try squeezing it in to put it on. Now when it comes to software, my watch is on watchOS 9, and I will say that in terms of visual experience, it looks very similar compared to last year, but there have been some pretty nice changes. The new action button lets you choose whatever app you program it to go to, and it also lets you go to whatever workout. Now if I'm being honest, I didn't use it as much because I would just run and the watch will automatically sense that I was running, so there was not much need there. Every app that I went into looked very clean and polished, especially when compared to other smartwatches. Also, everything was straight to the point, so you're not wasting too much time toggling through your smartwatch. And just like any other Apple Watch, the only problem that I had with the watch was the watch faces. There were a lack of options, but the only one that I thought was cool was the geographic one. Like right here, you can see that it knows exactly where I'm at, and I can rotate the bezel to change the light reflecting off the earth, which was pretty cool. But overall, it still has that same feel as the previous Apple Watches, but responds a little bit more smoother and more premium. You get those same functions that you're familiar with, and Apple was able to pretty much capitalize on the aspect. Now it's safe to say that whatever workout or sport that you do in your daily life, the Apple Watch Ultra will have a tracker that specializes in that exercise. Like right here, you can see all of the different workouts and sports training that this app has in its catalog. I like the sleep tracking, but if I'm being honest, it wasn't as good as the Galaxy Watch 5 because it made me set a sleep schedule, and I'm someone who doesn't really go to bed at the same time, so the fact that I had to put a sleep mode on really bothered me. But besides that, the tracking was pretty okay. And now if you're someone who's into swimming, the Apple Watch Ultra will survive up to 100 meters, which is really good if you're someone who prefers scuba diving. Your watch will also be able to detect if you're on a run or doing a certain workout, but if I'm being honest, many other Apple Watches are capable of doing this, so it's not really that impressive. And then the last thing that I liked when it came to fitness was that after I was done my run, I would check my health app on my phone and it would tell me every stat of my run, so not only did I know what was going on, but I also knew what I could improve on. Now coming to my final conclusion, I think that the Apple Watch Ultra is a really great watch that has a lot to offer, but again, I really don't think most people need it. And I say this because most people will get the exact same experience out of the regular Apple Watch Series 8, or if we really want to go there, the SE, without having to spend extra money. You'll still be able to track your fitness, you'll still be able to swim underwater, you'll still be able to get the same apps, and you'll still be able to do mostly everything that the Series 8 can do, which makes the Ultra much harder to sell. And don't get me wrong, if you do get the Ultra, you'll be very satisfied, but you can also get a similar experience while keeping the new features, assuming that you'll get the regular Series 8. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I'd like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It'll be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.